Hi, my name is Daniel Motta. I'm a bilingual and Latin American teacher here in DC at a public charter school not too far, Mundo Verde Bilingual. Recently, we unionized at our school and asked for better teaching conditions, better working conditions, and better conditions for our students to be learning in. As a bilingual teacher in the city, or when I even think about what made me become a bilingual teacher or propelled me to become a teacher, I start thinking about the frustrations, isolations, the anxiety, the type of threat that I felt, especially in academic settings, that I saw throughout my college experience. I came from a public school system near the city of Chicago that's mainly Latino, 60% of immigrant population. I think about the English language lexicon. I think about the high level of vocabulary that I heard in class. I think about the eloquence that my classmates were able to present and express opinions on when it came to even trivial subjects. And it felt like they were ahead on every level. I began to put up walls as a student, and I thought of how folks were different, about how there's these and those people that were different from me. And I naturally am a person that wants to build bridges amongst folks. So these thoughts came to boil and clash within me. And I wasn't able to fully articulate what it was then, but looking back, I now see how many privileges, opportunities, and experiences that weren't really afforded to me or many of my classmates growing up, going through elementary school, middle school, high school. And one of the privileges that comes to mind is one of the issues that we're raising here, and that's that when I remember walking around in high school and not seeing any teachers, staff, or folks that really looked like me, really spoke like my family, who could relate at a different level. And here in DC, we have, I'm gonna look at the statistic. Here in the city, about 7% of city teachers are Latino, or Latinx, and 19% of them, 7% of city teachers are Latinx, and 19% of students identify as Latinx. That's most exaggerated in Ward 1, where we have 15% of teachers that are Latinx and a population of 58% Latinx students. This is an issue that in DC we need to prioritize, and I'm sure that we're not going to be able to solve this here, but it's something that I consider very important in my heart, and something that I want my students to be able to see expressed in their lives as well, because of the connection that we can make. I brought like 2 little packets. I'm not gonna fully read this testimony, but there's a packet of suggestions that I bring personally, but there's also a report, and I'm not sure how to maybe submit this to you all, but it's something that we've been working and seeing with Empower Ed, which provides a list of suggestions potentially that can be made policy or publicly, and obviously I'm looking, and if there's any communications or any connections that we can make here to advance all these efforts, we'd really appreciate.
Thank you. If you'd like to email it to us, we'll submit it for our record.
Sure.